Hey guys, it is Thursday, March 31st, last day of March. So for you pranksters tomorrow, I don't know what the workout is off the top of my head. Brian should have done something crazy and made y'all think it was a prank, but it's not. My children, I think, have pranks and teams for pranks at this point. I don't know. But anyways, today, right here, right now, every 10 minutes for 40 minutes, we're going to be doing a 40 or 30 cal row, guys 40, ladies 30, an 800-meter run, and 50 double unders, all right? You are going to modify this so that you are able to have 2 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes of rest for each set, okay? If you do not have a rower today, you can also do just some kettlebell high pulls. I would say 40 or 30 of those as well. Make those decently heavy. Remember, just thinking about that pulley motion, okay? So for the warm-up, we are just going to need a plate and your jump rope. Go ahead and grab a plate, just to have like a 10 or a 15-pound plate. Don't get crazy and get a 45. It'll crush you for the warm-up, excuse me. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're going to have that plate. We're just going to get 40 toe taps, okay? This is also a modification for your double unders. If you don't have double unders, this could be one way you modify those today. So just 20 per side, we're switching, 2, 3, 16. All right, after that, we are going to get into a high plank position. We're going to do some lateral plank walks. So remember, we're not piking, we're not sagging, walking onto that plate and then walking across. You're gonna go 5 each direction. 2. Try to stay super rigid, not letting those hips sway too much. 2 more. All right, after that, you're going to do 5 burpees. When you do your burpees though, you're going to jump onto the plate to really just make sure we're opening those hips today, okay? So we're gonna do a burpee, all the way down, step or hop up, boom, right there. I'm not doing 5 of those, go ahead. Should be almost about done. After that, you're going to pick up that plate. You're going to have it straight out in front of you. Arms are locked out, staying nice and tight through the core. Twisting, like so, or your steering wheels. 10 total here. Super controlled. And shake that out. Move your neck around, your shoulders around, whatever you need to do. We're then going to get 10 plate to overhead. So I'm here, chest stays up. I'm flipping that plate over my head, keeping it close, coming right back down. 10 of these. Opening those hips, getting that head through, especially if you're sore. Your lats, like I am. And 10. All right. Set that plate down. Grab a sip of water if you need to. I always like to watch how challenging the plates become when we do stuff like that, those smaller movements. That's why I tell you to get 10 or 15. All right. If you need to hold on to something, you can hold on to something. Looking for more of a stretch rather than balance right now. So you're going to get 10 leg swings, kicking up and back as much as you can. Try not to twist when you go back, okay? Core stays tight, not bending over into an airplane. 10 on your right, and 10 on the left. you get 10 of those, we can go on down to the ground. Since you have 40 minutes of work, don't worry. There's not much more of a warm up here. All right, so 90 to 90 hips pretty much is what it sounds like, okay? I'm gonna turn slightly this way so you can see me better. You have one foot kicked out, the other foot kind of towards your knee, and then you're just going to rotate, okay? Back and forth. When you do this, try to press your chest forward, your hips forward to get a little bit more of a stretch, and try to press that back knee down, okay? Or that front knee, depending on how your brain works. Switch, press and hold it for a second. You can even twist into it. I start to move everywhere. 10 of those, guys. From there, we're gonna go into a down dog position to stretch out our calves. So back staying flat, pressing that chest to your knees, head through that window. And you can either pedal out your feet here. For some of you, it might be more beneficial to put a plate under your toes so that you get a little bit more room that you can stretch. Be a little bit more flexible. Let's just do 10, whatever feels good for you here. All right. And then we're gonna go into a little bit of a groiner stretch. If you wanna get some circles in, or if you just wanna sink your hips down, keeping that sole of your foot on the ground, driving that knee out. Go back to that down dog position, get 10 more. Kick out the other leg. It's okay if you need to drop your knee. My knee has a weird sticking point, so it's very challenging to keep this knee up off the ground. Again, if you need to get some circles to open those hips up more. Come out of that. Okay, so like I said, if you don't have a rower, you can always do sumo deadlift high pulls. Just make sure you're using your hips and not your back, okay? 800-meter run. Pick a distance that you are able to continuously run, okay? Maybe that's 600, maybe that's 400. If you're doing less than 400, then maybe we need to switch up the movement altogether, or maybe we do a run, double unders, and then another run right after that. That's an option as well, okay? So try to get in as much distance as you can, but remember, you still want that 2 to 3 minutes of rest. Practice those double unders before you get into this, just because that's something we didn't do. So make sure you practice those, and this one's gonna be a long one, guys. Make sure you're using that rest to drink some water, stay hydrated, and enjoy 40 minutes of movement.